As we take on this conversation of integrity, it really is about life working. It's about being whole, perfect, and complete in present time, in the moment, because that's where our power is. We need to strip ourselves naked of all of our considerations, naked of all of our fears, naked of all of our imagining, and show up in present time like this moment is what matters. And this moment is all we've got, because in truth, it is all we've got. It doesn't mean that the past doesn't exist in our worldview. It doesn't mean that we don't have plans for futures and visions, but living happens in present time. So we want to go from life not working in our wild imagining to life working with purpose and ease and grace in present time, because present time is where life is a lot easier. It is when these creeping thoughts come into present time that makes life feel hard. But it doesn't have to be hard to be good. I know you've heard that before, and it's a statement that might demand more attention, but it really doesn't have to be hard to be good. Sometimes you just want to get back into your winning ways. Sometimes you want to fix a broken relationship or jumpstart your inspiration and fill up the emptiness inside your heart or inside your mind and live a life that you feel like is just working and you can just coast for a while. I know every one of us loves when life is like that. Sometimes we're always yearning to get back to kind of a flow, to get our groove back. And if that's where you are, and I am there, I certainly am, then this conversation is for you and for me to learn to recalibrate and to reset for workability so that life works for us and that we can ultimately reap the rewards of our efforts and our challenges. And I think that's a big challenge for all of us every day, is to be in our groove and be in our element, so to speak. How do we get ourselves back to that? When some people think of integrity, they think of it as like keeping your promises and keeping your word or adhering to your values, things like that. That is also part of it, but it's not all of it. Some people think of integrity as how do you assess yourself and how do you assess others to a standard of values, a standard of principles. Are they in alignment, a set of principles that for the most part were not defined by you. They're not specific, they're not definitive, they're just your opinion or your personal righteousness about what's right and decent and sacred. And we measure people up against what we consider decent and sacred value. And are they aligned with that? Are they out of integrity and not aligned with that? Are you aligned with that yourself or not? We think of it like that. And it certainly may involve all of those things. And I'm certain that all of that comes into play. But at a more basic and a more fundamental level, it's about universal law. It's about being aligned with the laws of being. It's about life working. It's about being aligned with the principle of life. And it's about being in a state of workability where everything comes together and everything works.